It is 5:28 a.m. and on the west coast of the United States and 8:28 on the east coast right now as of the time of the recording of this video. So we're in the overnight period and everything. And I wanted to point that out because it's been 11 hours since the last, comment on Kai 5 PS5, but just this emulator, just the other day, I had to update 4 separate times to keep up to the latest version on Windows, because it was updating that fast and the comments were coming in that fast. It's almost funny to me that Sony thinks that it's all digital future is going to make it funny. All right. So we've already got an emulator that is, enabling us to back up games and developing at breakneck speed. But on top of all that, this breaks their monopoly in such a way that, their exclusives that are no longer being ported to the PC will be playable within a few months now. Those exclusives will now be playable on the PC, and there's nothing they can do about it. On top of that, and everything, there's also just the uh, they're talking about the PlayStation 6 and they're talking about how they don't want to subsidize the hardware anymore. So they're talking about, at least $1,000, if not 1,500 for the console itself is what they're thinking about charging for it, which is it if you buy that console, you're a fucking idiot for buying it at that point because nobody's going to do it. Like I predict that if they charge that much, they will get maybe a fourth as many, people buying it as basically I'd estimate that they cap out at about 15 million for over the entire lifespan of the device. You know, at their absolute peak, they may get 15 million units. That install base will be so narrow that almost no third party developer will even want to bother with them, which means that, the drip of games to it will be even slower than the PS5. There will be no reason to buy it whatsoever. It'll be a catastrophic failure for Sony, which will lose money hand over fist on it. It's not going to happen. Nobody's going to want to make even digital games for a console that nobody buys. It's just not going to happen. It's not in the cards. I would be shocked if Sony is even able to sell 15 million of these PS6 units that it's tough. So the idea that they're going to make more money this way is a joke. It's not going to happen. It's not in the cards.